Here we are with our first BOSU workout, which will be focusing on the lower body. We're going to start by placing our feet right on top of the dome portion of the BOSU. We'll begin with 2 sets of 15 basic squats. I like to place my feet right outside the second circle there on top of the dome. You'll see it as you look down, but most importantly, just make sure that you're standing with your feet where your ankles are not rolling out too much. So as you can feel, right away, we're working a ton of muscle. The larger muscle groups, of course, and certainly all the smaller as well. All right, on to our second set. Here's a different angle for you. You want to just try to keep those feet as level as possible. It's okay if the weight kind of transfers to your toes and into the heels a little bit, quite differently than on the floor. Glutes are always engaged. Remember also to keep those abs pulled in nice and tight. We'll do several more here. This second set should be a bit more challenging for you. Now, if this is too much for you to balance right now, just hold onto the wall throughout the workout. Okay, so we're gonna start with our first leg raise. We're gonna flip the BOSU over and standing right in the center with our right foot, extending the left leg out to the side. Think of really stretching, and we'll go to 15 side leg raises. Exhaling up, inhale at the top. Really think about working that outer glute area all the way down the leg, standing nice and tall, lengthening as you're lifting. Again, if this is too challenging for now, if the BOSU is something new for you, definitely hold on to the wall for now. Switching feet, stepping up with the left, right in the center, reach that right leg for 15. 10 more here. Last 5, exhale up. Tight, focus on that outer glute. Couple more. And last time, excellent. All right, go ahead and step down. Next leg lift will go directly to the back. So squeezing the glute first, that's gonna create the movement. 15 reps again throughout this whole workout. So you'll hear me emphasize all the time the importance of pulling those abs in. That will engage your core muscles and also protect your back, especially with this rear leg lift. You don't want constant curving or tension in that lower back. Go ahead and switch. We have 15 repetitions here. 15 tight. Focus on the glute. Abs are always working no matter what you do. A few more here, about 5 more. Nice and tight. Challenge yourself. Make every rep count. Awesome. Okay, flipping the dome back over, we're going to do 2 sets of a squat leg lift. A lot more balance here. Use that wall if you need to. Shifting your weight. So squatting down when your foot touches the floor, most of your weight is driving through that leg, almost like a single leg squat. Then as you see, you're transferring onto the dome to do a nice leg lift out to the side. Abs are tight, getting a little bit of external oblique work as well. All right, awesome. Over to the other side. Placement first, abs engaged. And squat and lift 15. Make sure you transfer from side to side fully. Nice full extension as you lift. Weight through the heel, transferring a lot of the work through the glute. Two sets each. Let's walk back over to the other side. Same thing, nice foot placement. Feel free to keep those eyes down. It's so important to step outside of the rim of the dome there. You do want to land with that foot fairly close to the rim, but do keep an eye on that rim. It's quite painful to land on it, let me tell you. A few more repetitions here, standing nice and tall at the top. Core muscles always engaged. Last set here, foot planted right in the center of the dome, and squat 15 and lift. Exhale at the top. We have 10 more, nice and strong. You should feel that heart rate up by now. Challenging, warming those muscles, challenging the heart. Glancing down if you need to, or challenge yourself if you feel comfortable to look up. All right, awesome work. We're gonna flip it over again and go on to our next leg extension. Standing right in the center of the dome with the right foot. This time we're gonna angle back. 15 reps again, abs pulled in tight, working a different part of our glute. Really reaching that leg as you are lifting. See how stable you can keep the upper body as well as the pelvis doing this exercise. Switching feet, left leg right in the center. Find your balance, abs tight first, then squeeze that glute to lift. Always thinking mind over muscle over movement. About 10 more here, tight. Tighter at the top of the movement, lengthening as you are lifting. Different angle for you. Switching exercises, stepping right onto the dome again with our right leg. Engage the abs, drawing that left knee up. You can stay here or bend into a little squat. More challenge for that right leg. Engaging those abs tighter, contracting the quad to do this extension. 15 repetitions. Eyes on one focal point, steady breathing, both to help you balance and to give you energy. Standing right back up, switching sides again. Use that wall if you need to. Keep your standing legs straight if you need to, or challenge yourself. Exhale, abs, quad. Think about contracting the muscles in that order. Abs first, quad second to extend the leg. And if this angle's too high for you, extend lower, but you do want to achieve that full extension to work the quad all the way down around the knee, which is really important for stability. Flipping the dome back over again. We'll go to our next two sets. This time, if you'd like to add a kettlebell or dumbbell, just an option. Nice wide stance, focusing on the glutes as well as those inner thighs, and of course, those quads. So as you're angled here with that right foot up, most of the weight or most of the work should be through that left leg. Keep that breathing strong. And switching over to the other side. Nice wide stance, making sure that the angle through the feet is the same, and dropping those hips back. Make sure when you're doing these squats that most of the weight is pressing through the heels off of the toes. That'll keep the pressure off of the knees, force those glutes to work a little harder. A few more repetitions. Excellent. Let's walk back over to the other side. One more set, each set like this. Feet nice and wide. 15. 10 more, strong. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last time. Awesome. You should be tired now. Embrace it. A lot of change happening here. Good change. Last set, 15. Weight through the heels, squeeze tight. Once again, most of the weight, most of the work is going to be through the right leg this time. About 10 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep them strong. 4, 3, 2, and last time. Excellent. We're getting close. Flipping our dome back over. This is a more challenging exercise. So if you want to use that wall, feel free. You can use it as much as you want. Front kick and into our back kick extension. So you'll notice this is controlled. We are not extending quickly in front or behind. It is with control. So we're letting and feeling all of those muscles contract differently, both front and behind. So feel free to go lower like this or challenge yourself going as high as you can. Everybody is different Whatever is challenging for you, that is what's going to bring change. Tons of muscle working here, improving that balance. Keep that breathing strong. That'll help with your balance. Okay, carefully stepping down. Let's go right to the other side, stepping up with the left. Find your focal point. And again, abs tight, extend front and behind. 15 repetitions. Eyes on one focal point, steady breathing. Also, as crazy as it sounds, try to think about relaxing the muscles through your ankle. Spread the weight through your foot inside of your shoe. You can also do this exercise completely without the BOSU or without shoes on. Excellent work. This is challenging. All right, go ahead and step down. Next, we are going to place one foot right in the center of the BOSU behind you, dropping straight down and up into our split squat. So you'll feel both legs certainly working here, but the emphasis is going to be on that front leg, especially through the glute, into the hamstring, and certainly the quad. It's really important to keep that front knee directly above your ankle and your back knee behind your hip. Make sure you keep that form the whole time through. Especially as you set up here, check your form even before you begin your first repetition. 15 right here. Exhale through it. Inhale at the top. These are tough. 10 more. If it's not tough enough for you, grab some of those dumbbells, add some weight. If you need that wall, use it. Different angle for you. Keep those hips square, shoulders square. Lucky you, we're just going to do one set of each of those, one on each side. Moving on to a standing side kick. Definitely use that wall if you need to. This is a very challenging movement. So a lot of abs, a lot of oblique work here. We're going to lift that knee up as high as you can, keeping your foot parallel with the ground. Draw the knee in and extend out. Use lots of control. We're not whipping the leg out. I'm going to protect those joints, focus on the muscle. You have your focal point, nice full extension. Thinking about all the time, which muscles are you working? Making the most of them. All right, let's step down. Go right over to the other side, set yourself up. Hold on to something if you need it, either just at the beginning or throughout. Find your focal point, knee high and extend. This is 5. 10 more, strong, good form, pressing through that heel. Try to keep that foot parallel or heel even higher than the toes. If this is too high for you, just drop that leg or extend that kick a little bit lower. For our next exercise, we're going to use the flat part of the dome, placing our feet right in the center to start and carefully inch one foot out, back and forth, nice wide stance right inside the handles. Steady yourself and squatting back and up. Again, as you go through these 15 squats, I want you to think of almost relaxing the muscles through the ankle, spreading the weight through the foot. Exhale down, inhale at the top of the movement, trying to keep the surface of the BOSU as level as possible. First set done. You can step down for a moment or stay there and then right back up. Different angle for you. Last set here, nice wide stance. Carefully place those feet nice and wide, and 15 here. Sitting the hips back, keep those abs nice and tight. That'll also help with your balance. Exhale through, inhale at the top. Finishing off our workout here. Couple more repetitions. As you get ready to step off, think of yourself on a skateboard if you've ever done that. You're going to pause, angle off to one side, make sure the rim hits the floor, then you can step off. Nice work. You are finished with the toughest part of your workout. It's time for the reward of stretching. Nice wide stance, lean into one side. If you'd like a little deeper stretch and you're able to, drop all the way down. Nice stretch through the hips. And then over to the other side, you can stay as high or as low as you'd like to. And again, dropping down if that works for you. Be in tune with your body, what needs stretching. Rounding that back all the way to the top. Go ahead and round those shoulders back a couple times. Turning to the side, pressing that heel back, nice calf stretch. Tall back, deep breathing. Heel comes up, tuck the tailbone under and sink into it. As you reach those arms up, you want to feel the stretching through the front of the hip and the hip flexors. Shifting the weight back, front toes are up. Let's again stretch in that hamstring and also in your calf. And over to the other side. Pressing that heel down, nice stretch through the quad, but certainly the calf. Heel comes up, tuck that tailbone, sink into it. Really try to tuck the tailbone under to emphasize the stretch in the hip flexors. Shifting the weight back, toes up to the ceiling. Find the stretch behind your leg. Check your breathing. And back to the center, reaching towards those toes. Your knees can be bent or straight. What's best for you? What gives you the best stretch without straining? As you round up, abs pull in, supporting your back all the way to the top. Round those shoulders back again. A few more stretches. Let's go ahead and hold on to the wall. Lifting one leg up, we're gonna stretch out the ankle, circling the foot around a few times in both directions. Take care of both legs there. Those muscles work a little extra on top of that BOSU. Next, stretching out the IT band and outer hip. Crossing that foot. Make sure that crossed foot is flexed to protect the knee as you sit back. Go ahead and switch sides. Flex the foot, sit back. Nice stretch here, long spine. And as we're standing against the wall here, let's do one final stretch for the quad and hip flexors. If you're able, grab that ankle, press the hip bone forward. So you're lengthening the front of the thigh and hip for a deeper stretch. If you want to try this without holding on, go for it. Be careful, tuck that tailbone under, squeeze the glute. Nice stretch there, high on the thigh. One final full inhale, longer exhale down, and you are finished. Nice work.